Hi guys, welcome to Counterpoints. My name is Connor, and today we're going to be breaking down the brand spanking new Titan animation Kill Lupercal Episode 2. It has some beautiful lore and violence, so I'm ecstatic to break it down for you today. Last episode, Princeps Orla Gemnon, piloting the partially damaged but proud Aurora Ferrum, was leading a Titan battle group through traitor lines attempting to charge an enemy formation. Just as she ordered her group to close and set an intercept course, she received an Auspex alert of a titanic threat shockingly close. This episode is brought to you by Mastermind Models and Miniatures. They are a phenomenal paint studio out of Huntsville, Alabama, who are waiting for your commission idea. You know darn well that you're just going to spend another fortune on plastic gray kits that are just going to sit there in your pile of shame, and it will take years to get them on the battlefield. Instead of procrastinating, let Mastermind Models and Miniatures bring your imagination to life. Go to the link down in the description below and tell them that we sent you.
Reverse stride! Bring us around! Power to claw!
I know that heraldry. It's Clavius Dread, Legio Tempestus.
Nothing can be trusted!
It has achieved weapons lock on us, my Princeps, but it is not firing.
Hail her!
Open!
This is Gemnon, of the most valorous Aurora Ferrum.
This is Princeps Signoris Arium Kisu, Clavius Dread of Tempestus. Salutations to my worthy kin of Gryphonicus.
Tempestus? I did not think any loyal Stormlord still survived. You walk alone?
Since forever. Last engine standing.
We hunt well today. By all means, join us. I would welcome a great engine of the Stormlords by my side.
I'm sure you would, Orla Gemnon. But in this instance, I suggest you abandon your assault and join my attack instead.
Repeat and clarify.
Commit your engines in my support. I have another target. A better one.
We are tracking 9 traitor engines, Signoris. What could take priority?
Horus Lupercal.
Say again?
The War Master. I have just intercepted enemy transmissions. He has finally set foot on Terra.
He is here?
He finally walks the throne world. We must assume his endgame is now in progress.
Is this verified, Signoris?
Stand by. Sharing data capture.
The arch-traitor himself.
And less than 2 leagues from our location, Gemnon. We have a chance, sister. An opportunity to end him. We cannot let it pass.
With respect, Signoris, there is nothing about this data that can be authenticated. It could be enemy propaganda.
It could be many things, Gemnon. No data can be trusted at this hour. But if it is him...
I understand, Princeps Signoris. Cogitate your line. Assault proposal. My engines will walk with you.
I am gratified. Fall in on my left flank. Half stride. The Omnisire will bless us for this, Gemnon. Kiso out.
Steersman, execute maneuver. Half stride.
By your will, Princeps. Half stride.
Aurora Ferrum has an impressive loadout, a macro Gatling blaster, apocalypse launchers, and an Ariok power claw. The claw is meant for close-range engagements because it can house bolter and melta weapons within the fist casing, in addition to simply punching and shredding enemy titans foolish enough to close past the Ferrum's void shields. While power is diverted and the Ferrum ready for a close-range brawl, the contact does not open fire. The titan staring them down is the Clavius Dread, or the terrifying key, of the Legio Tempestus, piloted by Princeps Senioris Arium Kiso. Titan Princeps are some of the rarest people in the Imperium. They must have an indomitable will to master the machine spirits of Titans, and they must also be fit for cybernetic enhancement. It is estimated that only 1 in 10 million may be fit, and fewer survive the process. Some Princeps are able to take a few enhancements to the cranium and spine known as the Mind Impulse Unit and pilot a Titan. For others, the process is more grueling. This means they must first dominate the will of the Titan machine spirit and then give up limbs in order to attenuate their connection. For such Princeps, they require additional surgeries and entombment within an amniotic tank. This is not the end of their trials, though. The process of linking with a Titan is physically and spiritually taxing, and Princeps become addicted to their connection. Each linkage is a battle and a thrill, and each severance excruciatingly painful. The Legio Tempestus was one of the first 3 Titan legions formed on Mars during the Age of Strife. They achieved many battle honors during the Great Crusade, casting down many alien empires. When the Horus Heresy broke out, the Legio Tempestus on Mars declared for the Emperor, fighting their rebellious brethren on the Red Planet, whereas those who were close to Horus followed him into damnation. It is therefore a bitter reality that Princeps Senioris Arium Kiso is the last known standing Titan of her Legio on Terra. Princeps Senioris Kiso shows Princeps Orla Gemnon video footage of Horus Lupercal on the battlefield, presumed near the Lion's Gate. Kiso begs Gemnon to follow her into battle to perhaps deal a fatal blow to the heresy. The other Princeps in the Maniple are distrustful of the intelligence, believing it to be lies of the warp, enemy propaganda to break their spirits, or a trap to bait loyalist forces into a kill zone. Even with these risks in mind, they defer to Gemnon, who in turn chooses to follow Kiso into the maw of the enemy.
Stop.
Report.
Clavius Dread has effected a hard stop, my Princeps.
Kiso, this is Gemnon. Report.
There's an engine killer out there. My guess is a shadow sword. 4 leagues out, perhaps 5.
None of us have the shield strength to toy with this prey. My kindred, we should move.
Negative. It can't have a visual lock on us. It will be listening for step echo. I need a moment to manifest an Auspex lock.
Auspex?
Down to 10. And failing again, my Princeps.
I have a solution. Firing!
Target kill?
All specs down. No confirmation.
Senioris.
Confirmed treadkill. I had a clear lock on him.
Astronvenga is hit. Registering significant damage. It's hunting the weakest of the Maniple.
She said she'd killed it! Get me a lock, Moderati.
Auspex is inactive.
DeMartine? DeMartine, respond!
Hull penetration! Fire in motivation chamber! Suppression system active! Trying to stabilize!
I had a clean Auspex lock on its hull metallics.
Senores! It's heat-tracking DeMartin's burn plume. 9X, boost acoustics.
My princeps?
It's deceiving all specs, but that's a volcano cannon. Boost acoustic and pinpoint origin of the power build.
At once, my princeps. Acoustic track. Origin located.
Kill it!
It's done.
Are we certain this time?
Acoustics confirm. Dread kill.
DeMartin, Astromvenga, respond.
Fire suppressed. We have hull and internal damage. Multiple casualties. Motivation is in tatters.
Can you hold?
Our power is restricted. Shields gone. We can walk and fight.
Stabilize your engine, Princeps. Engines advance. Half stride. Senores Kiso, we will have a conversation.
On open Vox, Gemnon?
No. Come alongside. We will hard link our manifolds.
Ah, a private conversation.
The Titans step over dead Imperial fists, the Praetorians of Terra. When the Emperor still marched in the Great Crusade, he was seen most often in the company of the Imperial Fists, second only to his own custodian guard. This place of high honor was further rewarded when the Emperor quit the Crusade to work on the secret human webway project. It was the Emperor's goal to connect humanity to the webway of the Old Ones and to co-opt it for humanity's use. If the humans of the galaxy were supreme above all other races, no longer worshipped gods and traveled via the webway, then the influence of chaos would be withered down to nothing but whispers and dark myths. As if in anticipation that the dark gods would not tolerate this state of affairs, the Imperial Fist returned with the Emperor to Terra and began its fortification. Rogal Dorn oversaw the reinforcement and perfection of new kill boxes, as beautifully laid in marble and gold as they were deadly. The Fists managed this construction and drilled relentlessly to find its every flaw. So when the traitors finally came to Terra to unseat the Emperor and claim his throne, they had no easy task, evidenced by the landscape. The outskirts of the Imperial Palace have been reduced to rubble by the titanic struggle. Ships the size of mountains dot the landscape, having fallen from the heavens. In their shadow, though, lays a threat. A traitor shadow sword. A Titan-killing tank. The Maniple comes to a hard stop, hoping to engage the tank at range using an Auspex. Auspex are multi-band scanners capable of engaging with a complex array of information. They have both passive and active modes and are able to detect and analyze motion, gas emissions, energy emissions, heat, and pattern recognition across a broad band of the visible spectrum. The Clavius Dread fires a salvo from its Apocalypse launchers, and despite hitting the Auspex designated target, an Inferno blast from the Shadow Sword comes in all the same. The Inferno Cannon is one of the most powerful laser weapons in the Imperium, capable of turning armor into magma slag in moments. The weapon is so powerful it cannot be mounted to a Warhound Titan because it draws too much power. Some madman during the Dark Age of technology found a way to mount it to the super heavy Baneblade tank and made a Titan-killing weapon. The advantage is obvious. Titan Princeps are exceedingly rare, difficult to train, and take a host of support in order to field. A Shadow Sword can be crewed by a bunch of pissed-off teenagers just crazy enough to blast a skyscraper-sized enemy. The Shadow Sword armor is impressive, but it would still be easy pickings for a Titan, something the Loyalist Maniple is counting on. Last video, I incorrectly stated that the Maniple had a Warbringer Titan in its ranks with the name of Astromvenger or Vengeful Star. I made this mistake because of its visor. However, an astute Titan fan pointed out to me that the armament is actually the common kit of the Mars Pattern Warlord, as it has 2 volcano cannons and 2 carapace-mounted triple-barreled Reaver laser blasters. This Titan is a laser-based armored killer, meaning that it likely has the brightest heat signature, making it the easiest target for the Shadow Sword to engage. A first shot pierces the void shields and hull, killing several crew members and setting an internal fire. A second shot staggers the Titan, knocking off armored plating, threatening to collapse the war machine. with Auspex being inaccurate for the Clavius Dread, and Aurora Ferrum partially blind due to battlefield damage, Princeps Orlagemnon uses the audio signature of the Shadow Sword's charging volcano cannon to put several Apocalypse missiles into its turret. A satisfying blast and shockwave, along with no additional incoming fire, confirms the kill. Frustrated by Princeps Signoris Kiso's misplaced confidence, Princeps Orlagemnon comes alongside and connects via Mechadendrite Tentacle for a private conversation. It is interesting to see Princeps Signoris Kiso through the Mind Impulse unit because rather than being a maimed woman disfigured by surgery and years in an amniotic tank, she is instead fully human and proud. When Princeps Gemnon interrogates Kiso about why she is so confident about the intelligence they have received, the Princeps Signoris admits she's not. She was mapped to be near the Lion's Gate only moments before stumbling into Legio Graphonicus. Chaos has followed the enemy and is twisting time and space to uncertain ends. After losing her Legio, her Maniple, and countless allies in this terrible war, after seeing the manipulations of the warp and the lies of the enemy, she trusts nothing. Horus has left the fighting to his subordinates, but in order to cement his myth, he must eventually take to the field of battle. Considering how badly the Loyalists are losing, the Princeps Major suspects that this just might be that moment. She further states that she would rather die foolishly pursuing victory by killing Horus Lupercal than to give in to despair. This is enough for Princeps Orlagemnon, and despite their close call with the Shadow Sword, they press onwards into the unknown. If you want to support the channel, please remember to like the video, share it with your friends, ring the bell for new videos, and comment for the comment gods. Your viewership helps me in the algorithm and is appreciated. If you want to take your support a bit further, please become a YouTube member or join us at patreon.com/counterpoints. Check out the other videos on the channel, support our sponsors, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until the end.